building it, and this is why I'm doing this video, to give you some ideas what you want to think about. And this is actually the only correct way how to itemize in League of Legends. Guys, since I hit Diamond, I've become a little bit creative, and today I want to share with you a thought process in my last few games which helped me a lot to carry the game, especially macro-wise. And I will continue doing this adding this kind of creativity to my games, and I will see where it gets me, because for now it works really good. So let's take a look on this, okay? I'm facing Ornn, okay? Ornn, very hard, or pretty hard matchup. You can parry a lot, but he is tanky, he is strong, and if he plays it correctly, you actually cannot kill him in lane. Also, he has Grasp, and he will always go TP and Flash. So we know that. Okay, then we know Jarvan, he's an aggressive jungler, he wants to get a lead early, he wants to bully lanes, and he wants to get kills. Pantheon, pretty much the same thing, wants to get a lead early, become big and snowball the lane, and then like get the lead to the late and then snowball the late game. Aphelios and Yuumi pretty much scaling just for late game. So let's say those two bot laners and the top laner are pretty much for late game scaling, so they are very strong in team fights, they are very strong at objective fights, while we still have those two which are actually early game champions. So my thought process was, I don't really need Conqueror because I will most likely not kill this guy. And in teamfights, what is important in teamfights? In teamfights, it's important that I don't get knocked up by Ornn ulti, that I don't get stunned by Yuumi ulti. So I thought I will just do what Fiora is best at and flank the enemy ADC. So I will wait for him to position and use his R, and then I, like, let's say he's standing here, my team is here, and he's like using Yuumi R like this. Then I will go from behind, jump onto him, one-shot him, and also if he has some escape, if he has flash, I will go Stride Breaker to prevent him from escaping. So I know already I want to go Grasp to have more sustain in lane, so I can match the Grasp of Ornn and I can farm safely, while still being able to one-shot this Aphelios in the late game. So this is a combination of Grasp and Stride Breaker, which you don't see often, but it's very good. But you have to, there always has to be a reason behind why you're doing it. Don't just build it because it's cool or because you saw it someone else building. Always have a reason why you're building it, and this is why I'm doing this video, to give you some ideas what you want to think about. And this is actually the only correct way how to itemize in League of Legends. So let's see. I also know, I just said I want to go Stratbreaker, right? But I also know Stratbreaker doesn't really help me in this lane. Goredrinker would be way better because it gives me the healing, it gives me the Omniwamp, and it's just stronger versus Ornn. So I thought, okay, what can I do to like have a nice item for the early and still be able to have the Stride Breaker for the late game fights? So I thought, okay, I will just go Ravenous Hydra early, because also Ravenous Hydra, so the biggest weakness of Fiora is the wave clear. Fiora has such bad wave clear that she has a lot of troubles. For example, when your enemy laner, so let's say he's taking a recall, let's say he's roaming, then you're having a bad time shoving out the lane, so you can take a recall. So Ravenous Hydra helps you a lot. It also gives you a bunch of AD, it gives you 10% Omniwamp, which is perfect. So I thought I will just go a Ravenous Hydra early. Let's fast forward this a little bit. Here I already have Tiamat. With Tiamat, the only negative thing about this is that freezing becomes a little bit harder. But when you want to freeze, when you want to punish your opponent with freezing, then actually going Stride Breaker, for example, would be better, because then you can freeze the lane easily, and every time he walks up you can jump onto him, Stride Breaker, kill him. But this would be a different thing, because then you actually would like to have, you would want PTA or Conqueror. But with this style, it's not really a style where I punish the Ornn by freezing, because actually this guy can also break the freeze pretty easily. So think about all of those things. So I'm going Tiamat into Vampire Scepter, which is very, very good, very strong. So I have good sustain, I have good wave clear, I also have Demolish from my resolve tree, so there are a lot of good things. Also, what I thought, if I, let's say the Aphelios Yuumi gets so strong that we cannot win any 5v5 whatsoever, then I thought I can transition into Hullbreaker. So let's say I'm going Ravenous Hydra, Stripebreaker into Hullbreaker, which is very good with the Demolish of the resolve tree. So I didn't decide 100% on what I want to go. I like leave a space. I left a space to transition probably into another build if the game goes into the wrong direction. So here some fight. I think this one I actually won. Before I died once. That was my bad because I messed up the parry. Messing up the parry can be very deadly for Fiora. Here, very close, but I got the kill. And then actually got 2 platings because of the Demolish. Here I survived. Then yeah, took a recall. And actually then I was laning into Aphelios because it was just the correct play, because Sivir had a lead and she went mid and Kassadin actually went top, so that's a good macro thing to do here. And here the most important thing is just to not die, because I'm actually 1v2, right? So here we just played it actually macro-wise pretty good and pretty safely, and then into the mid game I went for Mercs because they have a lot of CC and Mercs is just the best item here. Also, when you go Mercs, you don't need any tenacity in the runes, so if you have... Always think about, if you want to go Mercs, you don't need runes like Unflinching or Legend Tenacity, because you will have the tenacity from the boots. So you can go, instead of Unflinching, you can go Revitalize or the other rune with the scaling HP. And instead of Legend Tenacity, you want to go Legend Alacrity or sometimes even Legend Bloodline. So here I was with my Power Spike, and it actually worked pretty well. I mean, also my team was very fat, but my strategy was really good, and I ended up with a level advantage on this Ornn, a CS advantage a little later. Right now I'm... Oh no, there, yeah, we have it, okay. And yeah, so I was very strong on the side lane while still being very strong in team fights. And this is what I wanted to do in this game, because enemy team has pretty strong team fight, but also since we had such a big lead, they didn't want to team fight, so it was more a side lane game for me. So you always want to have some different... So you always want to have a plan B. You want to have a plan E. You want to have a plan A, and if plan A doesn't work, you want to immediately transition into plan B. And here plan A was play for team fights, play for Stripebreaker, one-shot the Aphelios, not get hit by Yuumi R, then kill the Aphelios and win the team fights. And if we can't team fight, then I just stay in the side lane, go for Hullbreaker and dominate the side lane. Alright, so this won us the game. I ended the game with 2-1-5. Last item or third item I would have bought Campunk Chainsword, because it's a very good bruiser item. It gives me anti-heal, and actually they have healing, so a lot of healing, so going this item is very good. Also because we were we had such a big lead. That's also because otherwise maybe something like Death Stance would have been a better option, but since we had a big lead and there was no really need for any item like Death Stance, I just thought, okay, let's go Campunk Chainsword. It gives me good bruiser stats, and also I had the Grasp, gives me health. I had the rune with the scaling health. I had health in the small runes, so I was going a little bit for a health build, a little bit tanky, because Grasp deals more damage the more max health you have. And here you see I have 2600 health, while still being able to one-shot the carry, the backline. So overall it was very good. Also jungle mid kind of carried, but you get the idea, and this is what you actually want to be looking at. This is how you want to play in order to become a good player. Because looking at a guide and looking at videos of other people explaining stuff is good. It's very good, but you have to get to the point where you decide what is good, and you where you just have the knowledge to yeah, to just have an idea of what will be good in this game, because every game is different. There are over 150 different characters, champions, and there are so many different team comps, and you cannot just go with the same build in every game. Of course you can, but it will at some point stop you from climbing, because you will have to apply, you want to build depending on the enemy team, on the enemy strategy, on the enemy team comp, also depending on your team comp, of course, so you want to look at that as well. And all of that should happen already in the champ select. Then you want to keep thinking about it while the game happens. You want to see what is going on, what is happening bot, what is happening in the jungle, and from there on you want to decide which playstyle you want to play and which items you want to build. Guys, this is very important. Maybe I'll do some more videos on that, but right now, since I just hit diamond, let's see, I just hit diamond, I'm diamond 4 right now, so I'm feeling like now is the time to yeah, become my own teacher, and actually, yeah, do some stuff differently maybe from other people, from other Fiora players, because at this point I just have the knowledge. I have 1.3 million mastery points on Fiora. I have 3 years of experience on Fiora. I climbed from silver all the way to diamond, so I have the knowledge, and now it's time to apply the knowledge and use it for my advantage. Guys, if this was helpful, leave a like, leave a comment down below. This helps my channel grow, this helps this video, so other players, other people can see this video as well. It just helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell next to it so you don't miss any upcoming videos, because I'm posting daily content on League of Legends to help you guys to climb. Yeah, with this being said, I'm tuning out. See you guys. Bye bye.